Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial video. I'm Julia Belle from Indipendants Jewelry, and I'm here to show you guys how I made this beautiful wire-wrapped Tree of Life crystal pendant necklace. This design is one of my favorites, and it's something I think everyone who works with wire should learn how to do. If you want one of these specially made for you, go check out my Etsy shop. Links are in the description below. We will be wrapping this in place using a 5-inch piece of 26 gauge wire. Start by wrapping the wire onto the frame. And thread the wire through the crystal and secure it onto the other side of the frame. And to keep the crystal in place while you work, bend the frame wires over the top of the crystal and bend the wires up where they meet in the middle. Now I'm going to trim the 26 gauge wires and tuck in the ends so they aren't sticking out. Now I'm going to grab a piece of 22 gauge half round wire. I will wrap this around about 4 or 5 times to secure the frame wires together. We will be making this into the bail for the chain later. Okay, now to deal with all of these wires that are sticking out of the bottom of this frame. Starting with 8 wires, now we have 16 wires sticking out of this. Gather the wires using the chain nose pliers and twist them together in a clockwise motion to make the trunk of the tree. To make the first branch, I'm going to separate 4 wires from the trunk. I'm going to continue to twist the trunk with the remaining wires a few times to secure it as I work. Now start to twist those 4 branch wires together using the same clockwise direction. Now we're going to separate those branch wires and start twisting the pairs of wires into new, smaller branches. Always twist in the same direction as the trunk wires. We finish this entire branch by individually coiling each wire around the frame about 3 to 4 times. Clip the wires and tuck in the ends. So now we're going to create another branch by separating 4 more wires and twisting them together in the same pattern we just did for the first branch. Start twisting the trunk wires again in the same clockwise direction. It's really starting to look like a tree now. Since this is the very top of the tree, I like to cross one of the wires over to the other side to balance and complete the natural tree look.